Hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, welcome back to Trauma Center, guys. Sorry, I kinda.
Did you just suddenly develop a tumor in your throat?
Yeah, pretty much.
The tumor.
Yeah, we're part nine parts in, and surprised we have now made the tumor reference in Kindergarten Cop.
Well, there haven't been a lot of points where, it isn't a tumor, when it might look like a tumor.
Is there any point in this game where that happens?
Not really, no.
Okay, so reference denied.
Most of the time, they're pretty upfront with what you're gonna operate on, so yeah. Sorry, we can't not a tumor anybody. Oh no, the Ark is about to crash into the Earth!
No, Eggman's invading Prison Island.
Yeah, that's right.
They use the same siren for both.
So this is where they're keeping the military's top secret
the Ark into it.
It's a lot smaller than I expected.
This mission was called Under the Knife, right? Okay, this is one of the longest missions in the entire game, because we have to do 5 Kiryaki patients in a row.
Damn, marathoning?
Yeah, it's a marathon. So yeah, this is where Dr. Hoffman gets to be badass and. Oh wait, no, that was just a cutscene. This is Under the Knife. Okay, so yeah, this mission we do 5 patients in a row. Actually, I don't think you actually have to do 5 of them. I think that it's like 3. If you run out of time after that, you can still pass because backup had arrived. But I get through 5 because I'm a badass like that.
Just a question, Ted. At any point in the entire series, is it ever lupus?
Lupus? I don't know what lupus is, so probably not. No.
Making a House reference, for sure.
Okay. Well, I haven't watched House either, so.
Something that gets brought up a lot, but it's like almost never the cure. I think it's only the answer once.
Oh.
Remember, we have 10 minutes.
So yeah, we've got 10 minutes to...
Till Prison Island explodes.
Yeah. Thankfully...
Because in 5 minutes should be plenty. No, it's not!
Thankfully, we...
You got Dr. Eggman ridiculing you for taking too long into surgery.
Yeah.
No. But we do have Chaos Control to slow down time, though.
I guess so.
I think it does, this is where they do add a few things to make the missions harder in this one. Like, I believe at some point during these operations, that when you get to the big, Kiryaki, they add a smaller one there too. So you have to deal with 2 at once. But it's still basically I tried to get the middle, game! Whatever. I'm beyond caring at this point.
Well, just post, so.
Yeah. Well, at that point, I guess I probably was beyond caring. I did record this entire game in one sitting, though. So.
Well, it doesn't look like a very long game.
It's longer, when you factor in deaths. Because I did fail quite a lot. And I edited most of my fuck-ups out, Save for times where I restart at the beginning or blow up Planet Zebes. But
You really gotta stop doing that.
Well, sorry.
Samus didn't even get to cause that one.
Yeah. The hell, man.
The problem.
Kill stealing.
It's more just that the missions, especially most of the early missions are pretty short. But once they start getting longer at the end and you mess up, you gotta do a lot over again. Because there's no checkpoints within missions, you mess up, you gotta start from the beginning. So,
if it's a game you like, you tend to lose track of yourself when you're recording.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was me during 9.
That was me when I was recording Metroid. Well, not Metroid 2, it's not a game I like, but a game I can complete comfortably.
Well, I assume that's not something you go back to for fun.
The time I played for SGB was like the 4th time I played it completely, ever.
So I assume you did it once on your own, once for your review, and you did a test play. You said you did
a test playthrough for SGB and then the real thing.
Yeah. So after you play it for Brain Scratch, you'll never have another reason to play it ever again.
I'd rather do the Metroid 2 remake or Brain Scratch.
There is no Metroid 2
Sure.
remake.
Well,
Fan
no,
made.
I'm talking about the fan project.
Oh, the fan. Is that done yet?
No, and when it gets done 10 years from now, I will do it.
They've been working on it for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, it's like they have no budget.
Well, still, you know, fan projects tend to. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they can keep. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I can never do the middle one for some reason.
You know, at one point or another, they finish that project, assuming they don't get a cease and desist until then.
It'll leak on the internet.
Yeah.
Did the Mother 3 translation get a cease and desist from Nintendo?
Yeah, but it leaked.
Oh.
So.
Oh, so there's nothing they can do about it. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once it's on the internet, you can never get rid of it.
Nope.
You hear that, Beyonce? Stop trying.
We should keep moving.
Thankfully, since it's
Are they all just lined up, naked, next to each other?
yeah, basically. Thankfully, however, since you're technically operating on a different person every single time, you don't have to
The
worry
vitals
about
reset,
keeping
yeah.
their vitals up as much, because even if they're at death's door when you end, you can just sort of, you don't have to worry because the next person will be at full, so you don't have to waste time trying to deal with vital stuff too much. So, as you can tell, I'm a little bit less reliant on the vital fluid this time. Although I still like to keep it in the 80s and 70s just to be safe. Because this is not a mission I want to have to do more than once.
No,
Yeah.
marathon missions are, yeah, those are one of... It's marathon missions where you really don't care if you fuck up tremendously, you just want to get it done with because, you know, messing up at the very end means you have to go through the entire thing over again.
Yeah, see, like here, they added a second one in, but, what was I trying to say? Yeah, as long as you do operate on all 5 patients, I think you're pretty much guaranteed for the S. I think if you're playing on hard mode, though, you can actually get the XS rating, which is the best rating, and I've never gotten it ever because hard mode's ridiculous and fuck that shit. So,
You can do it.
also, you'll get a little reminder every time you clear a patient that'll tell you how well you're doing. Like, Angie said, 3 patients in under 5 minutes, you're doing really well or something like that. So we're fine.
Mr. Takanaka.
Anderson? I thought he was dead.
The bitch tit never dies.
The body may die, but the soul lives on.
You cannot stop it. You can only hope to contain it.
And that soul has bitch tits too.
Well, the bitch tits are an inherited feature. You just can't get rid of them.
Everyone must truffle shuffle.
Can they not?
This is the last one?
No, this is the 4th one. So the last one will have like a good 3 minutes to do. So seeing as I have been averaging under 2 for the rest of them, I should be fine for the last one. Okay, there we go. Thankfully, a good thing about the big one though is that it tends to not attack as much as the. Oh, I got bads. Well, it does happen. Well, I guess bads do tend to happen if they, you know, if the game decides to suture up a suture that I'm not trying to suture.
Good, great, outstanding, amazing.
We're just all about the Sonic references today. It brings back.
Yeah, they
good
had it coming
memories.
when they used that siren noise.
Yeah.
That it just sort of dominoed.
It's been a while since we've gone on unnecessary Sonic tangents, though. It reminds me of the good old days.
We've saved our 4th patient.
I wonder if I'll have enough time.
Last one.
Oh, okay, good. There's no tumors on the skin.
And the fifth patient is a bomb.
I will say this music's pretty tense.
Yeah, this is the Code Blue. I honestly, Second Opinion has one of my least favorite soundtracks in the series, just because it's a little bit too atmospheric, and the other games are more like they amp you up more. So that's why I like them better. But it's not bad stuff, you know. I like the Wii version's music as opposed to the DS version because, you know, it's just better instrument quality overall.
Yeah.
Although
Any sort of soundtrack dissonance at any point?
no, not really. There's no like incredibly
No, I love soundtrack dissonance.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, I
because
can think of one occasion where there's soundtrack dissonance, but I don't want to give it away because that'll can I just get the middle one first for once, please?
No.
Why are you even trying anymore?
I don't know. It's just I always do it middle, left, right. So it's just it hurts my inner OCD, although I know it's not actually OCD. But that's what I've always called it, so it's what I'm going to continue to call it. I just like things to be a specific way, alright? Okay, so that mission's finally over. So, yeah, I did it in with 2 minutes and 42 seconds. If you want to beat my time, you probably could. I'm not that good at this game.
Probably already have.
I'm sure people already have. So yeah, you get a fuck ton of stage score because, yeah, that.
Oh, it's such a long mission.
Yeah, so as long as like I said, backup will come, and if you run out of time, you don't have to clear all of the patients. But if you do clear all of them, you are basically guaranteed that X rank. Not X rank, S rank. So you're probably going to be alright.
Shifting guilt. They called it guilt just for this one pun, didn't they?
They do have a lot of guilt puns in the stage titles. So this is another marathon level, but instead of operating on 5 patients at once, I believe it's 2, and they're 2 different types of guilt this time. So, that's that, I guess.
Oh, wonderful.
I will say that I really do like this track that plays right now. I think it's called the Savior's something. I don't remember the last part of it, but it's definitely...
Oh, what an elaborate track name.
One of my favorite YouTube videos, though, is they mash up this song with Rickroll. It's
What?
Yeah, you know how it went da 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 da. Never gonna give you never gonna let you down. Well, I'll link it to you guys in the Skype chat when the part's over.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't dance
Let's
along
open-
to the music with my cursor that time.
Oh,
Let's
Okay.
open another poor sucker up and rip something out.
Yeah, we are gonna rip them out. We're gonna rip out triangles.
The 4 elements.
Fuck this shit. No, I refuse. Okay, there's the Triforce of Wisdom, the Triforce of Courage, the Triforce of Power. Oh, there's like 12 extras.
These Triforces are all fucked up.
So yeah,
Proceed as normal.
fuck that shit. I can't imagine trying to do this mission legitimately because it's the first thing, it's the first one you have to do. And if you're trying to do it legitimately and like try to solve the puzzle, you'll probably run out of time before you even get to the second guy.
Nice work, Dr. Styles.
Oh wait, no, it was just a treaty mission. Never mind. It's not a marathon level. There's just another operation after that. I guess you can kind of get away with doing another one of those because it is supposed to be a puzzle technically. But since I just cheese my way past it, it's a little bit pointless. Okay, now back to the game. Again, in the DS version, it did just transition seamlessly from one to the other. You only saw the stage select in the replay mode, so it's a little bit less jarring to go from soft piano back to never gonna give you up. Okay, so there's no more marathon levels. I lied. I was scrubbing through the footage earlier to see what was coming up so that I'd know what to talk about, and so I saw Treaty and then Tetrari, so I just sort of automatically assumed it was a marathon, but
Let's begin.
it wasn't. I'm a liar. You can burn
Ignore
me on the
you.
stake on Thursday.
I won't ask why it's Thursday specifically, but this says Guilt Evolves.
Yeah, we gave it a moonstone, so
Oh, okay.
So
So
it's
it
like
became-
the flu, only it's an
So it became
alien.
Guilty.
Yeah. What would the third evolve form be, though?
Let's put some
Guilds.
gauze on that lung.
Yeah. The magical jelly will make it go away, though, don't worry.
We've located the guild.
Okay, so they
They
really
got
are
answer
synchronized
bits.
swimming.
Reaction, please.
Da 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 da. Bloop bloop. Dun, dun. So what in this is
Stab,
in this
stab.
is
Scalpel, scalpel.
what in this instance are we the Russian judge?
I guess so. Like they had a
you hate the performance so much, you're ejecting him out of the body.
Okay, one thing that I will give points to the sequel. What was it? Oh, actually, I think they do. They implement it in the extra chapter too. But later on, there are going to be other colors other than just yellow, green, and purple. So, you know, I do like it then because you need to actually remember which one's which as opposed to just process of eliminationing a lot of the time. So. You know, that's good, but it's just really simple, and I've always thought that this was the easiest one. Especially since when I was first playing this game, I didn't know the trick to getting past Treaty, the triangle one. So I was stuck on that mission in Chapter 3 for like months. And when I finally got past it, I got to that mission and I was like, oh, man, that was pathetically easy. So, I don't know. There is some difficulty balance that needed to happen. I do believe, but... Okay, so apparently the government is telling us that we're costing too much money, or something. Or we needed to get permission to treat people, or, you know, politics.
Say what?
So the government's being stupid, that's what's going on.
When is the government not stupid?
Bureaucracy.
Seriously, has there ever been one instance where government was the answer to the problem?
A realistic response to a zombie invasion, I suppose.
No, the realistic response to zombie invasion is rednecks with shotguns.
Okay, you keep telling yourself that. Well, I was going to say, like, movie is about a specific politician, but in that case, you know, like, the other party or the other politicians are obviously framed as the bad guy, so... No, I can't think of any instance where the government was, you know, the answer, or wasn't a douchebag. So, yeah,
May I have your attention, please? It appears our co-pilot just fainted. We need a surgeon. Anybody here is a surgeon?
No?
No.
Looks like your bones.
I'd like to have your attention, please. There is absolutely, positively nothing wrong with the plane at the particular moment. Turns off. That'll get them thinking.
Okay, well, if there's no surgeon available,
But Dr. Yeager.
prepare yourself for a nosedive.
They mentioned a guy named Dr. Yeager. So this is where Aaron's dad's been the entire time.
Oh.
So he's making guilt in his basement?
No, a lot of guilt.
Oh, man, so... Wait a minute, if they just sort of stuck through the disease, then we'd become titans. That sounds badass.